Is it a good idea to push the middle at the end of a match in Squad Busters, or should you avoid it and try to hold on to as many gems as you already have? Well, in this video, I'll talk about when and why you push the middle at the end, and when you should maybe avoid going to the middle. And with all of that, I'll have some gameplay. But before we do our very first game, let's open a star chest. If you're subscribed to the channel, you know I'm opening one of these in every single video until I get every unit to ultimate, which basically maybe never. I'll try, so consider subscribing, and if you want to support my channel, thank you for using code Chisgule. It really means a lot to me when you use that code in the shop. So let's go now and open this star chest. Come on, baby. A star chest every video. Hasn't paid off yet. Go. Tap, 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 baby. Nah, that's gotta be 3 stars, bro. Ugh. Greg. I mean, if I had him ultimate, I'd be happy, but a 3-star Greg in the collection does nothing for me. All right, game 1 is Super Gem Mine, and there are a lot of gems to be had. Not only rushing the middle at the start, but this video is really about being in the middle at the end. And I don't know, just to be silly, I decided to start this match with a bow. I'm actually somehow low on coins, and I'm like, fine, I guess I'll rush the middle with my bow and hope for the best. I yoink a coin off that box, which is hilarious. I go for the barb, but I actually kind of feel like Goblin will be appropriate here, but whatever. And my bow mine hooked those guards. I swing to the left. I'm like, I can't do anything here. Swing to the right. Squad up. Optimus Prime. Hey, yo. Now I've got this giant skeleton to cook. Got him. Get the loot. Pack of guards is really nice. And I'm looking pretty good. In fact, I need to squat up a couple times. All of that was trash. Re-roll and get the barb there. Now I get another bow, which, like, I really want to fuse on that very quickly because he's very low health and he's a huge liability. Take out this turret, and I'm kind of thinking, man, this player really needs this box. Maybe I can stop him from getting it. And I take the wizard because I realize I'm in the middle, need punch now. I throw the bomb, and that guy very smart about his running away here. I push him, even though maybe I shouldn't be. Hook his bow, hook another unit, go for his barb, throw the lightning. Somehow still haven't finished him off. And I'm like, man, okay, I'm out of turbo. Can't keep chasing this guy. So I go to the turret. GG, that was such a waste of time chasing that dude. Hopefully everybody learns that lesson. And we'll see if that guy shows up. I think his name was Hami. So from here, I've sort of put my Optimus Prime in the front of both of those fights. Somehow, though, I'm still not getting that much healing onto my bows. They're just super low. So I've said repeatedly, bows a little bit of a liability. So swing to the right, grab the heart, grab the coins, take out the turret, get the fusion on the barb. Guy shows up behind me, get the lightning spell. My bow got roasted. I show up behind him. Pam Healing Field covers him, as does that, man, the mine and then the bomb. I'm just getting kind of cooked. So I've left the middle entirely now. And I get a full Lucky Find Witch. It ain't bad. I roll up on this turret. Got it. I've got the Rage Spell and the Skeleton Barrel now. Throw in the skeletons. Head on in. Rage up. Try to get a piece of that Elixir Golem. Use on the bow, because this thing is gonna pop any second. Even though Hog would have been real nice. Honestly, it's possible the Hog would have just been the better pick. I'm in 5th. It's not look good. With a minute 14, now 1 minute 10 left in the match. I cook one of those, that guy's units. I get the Hog finally, so I have a little bit of mobility. You do really want to be in the middle, if you can, in a Super Gem Mine map, because there's just a lot of gems that are going to show up. So I've got a ton of value here, though. I've got an Elixir Golem. I've got guards. I've got 2 giant skeletons to cook. So I'm just cooking here. I've gotten almost all of it. Go for this giant skeleton, but someone's behind me, so I log him. Try to get out of there. Now I'm the one behind him. Hey, yo. And I try to third party a bit here. Those guys are just looking pretty tough. I'm still in 4th. I'm trying to find value, but I can pick up some of these little stray gems. It's the best I've got here. And guy was chasing me, so I kind of rotate out a little bit. And then I rotate fully out, and I've got 15 seconds left, so I take a BK. So this is the part where it's like, should you go middle? Well, I take out the guards, and I'm like, you know what? I'm in 5th. I got to get in here, rage up, and I cook. Holy. Yeah, so I went from 5th to 1st. Should you go to middle? Well, if you have a trick, then yes, it's reasonable to go to the middle. In this case, the BK was the trick up my sleeve. So now we go to game 2, Loot Goblin Rush. There's a lot of reason to be in the middle in this map. Specifically, you want to get the spawn in of the Loot Goblins. But the question we're asking in this video is, should you still be there in the final seconds of the match? I go for this Goblin, getting a bunch of loot off of him, and squat up again. Because I'm pushing middle, I'm taking the best units I can get. Pam is that best unit. And this guy, bro, I cook him. Right off rip, that guy gets cooked, and I'm already well on my way to a Fuse Trader. Now, you could make an argument that, Ayo, Cheese, you really didn't need the Pam because you're going for traders, right? But I think the Pam is a nice addition to the squad here. I think it's going to give me a lot of safety. We'll see how many times that actually works out for me. So we fuse on the trader. Now I go for the boss and the cannon that was down. And instead of squatting up, I just want to finish off this boss. Now we can go squat up. I take the Shelly, which I think is fine. And now I rage up and push that guy off of the goblins. Man, that was a lot of loot. Up to 84 coins. Now up to 94 coins. Now up to 102 coins. Time to squat up, Cheesy. So let's get after it. Wiz is finally picking up that. That's very solid. I should rotate down. Squat up again. And Shelly's fine. Shelly knockback is huge in this map. Fuse on the Shelly. I ain't mad about it. Now we've got the boss. Boss is easy. Boom. Getting spells from the Wiz. Seems good. That guy took that box. Bit of a bummer. And this is the part where I was like, do I go more Trader? I decided to go Archer. I think Archer's decent. In this mod in particular, maybe I can get a bunch of goblins, and they're about to spawn in. So I'm kind of creeping up on that, realize I can squat up. I get the bee here. I don't have a bee yet, but at least once I get to a hive, I can add her to the squad. And I take a ton of this loot, log the guy off of my position. I don't know if that was the best push I could have done by swinging to the right, but it worked out okay. And I throw in the cannon, I throw in the furnace, because I figure I'm going to push this guy, and if I'm going to do that, I need to have my support down rather than in the inventory. From here, it's time to take the hog. I've got speed as an option, and I know that in 30 seconds, I really want to be in the middle. There's the bee, so bee has got the hive. We're looking good. Got a couple of these BattleBot bosses to take down, and I'm feeling very good going into the final seconds before we get more goblins spawned in the middle. One last squad up here. Go for a refresh into a medic. Want to stay alive. If units start getting popped, I'm going to run into problems, all right? So, seconds until spawn. There it is. I figure, you know what? They have the shrink spell in. I kind of don't care. I'm going to watch my health here, but I should be able to stay healthy because of the traders, and now I get out of dodge. I have no tricks. I got nothing interesting until I get this BK. Now I have a trick. Now I've got a trick. I take the fusion on the Wiz, but I think the Alita would have been the better pick. And I'm chasing this guy into two of them. They split off, swing back into the middle. I feel like overall, not the best use of the rage spell from the BK, to be perfectly honest. We take this boss, and from here I've got choices. Do I stay in the middle? Well, the gem mine's about to drop loot. I don't have any tricks left, though. Ooh, there's the BK fusion, double super rage. Seems good. Rage up. Within my Pam field, I was getting cooked anyways, though, so I backed up. And, you know, even though I was pretty committed, I was first on leaderboard by a lot. I didn't have to push that. You could argue, in that instance, even with the trick up my sleeve, I should not have stayed middle at the end of that match. Although I will say, looking at this leaderboard, there's some pretty decent sprees in there. All right, going into game 3, we have 1 coin chess. I start with a B. 1 coin chess is a mod where you want to avoid fighting until the very end. Now, this was kind of sloppy. I should have either gone for the box or gone for the units and just squatted up quickly. I couldn't decide what I wanted to do, push middle or not, or try to find a 3rd box. Ideally, you have a 3-box rotation. I have a 2-box rotation here, which I'm very unsatisfied with. So I push to the middle here. Now, this also lets me get the B. So I squat up again. I took the fusion instead of getting the hog rider. I think that's a mistake. I should have took the hog for sure. I grab the archer. Now I'm trying to find the next chest, but that guy cooks me from behind. I mean, absolutely cooks me. And he's sticking with me too. Now I might have been able to stick it to him, but both of us got kind of screwed there. I probably should have took the chicken just for the boots to get out of this situation. So I'm going for more archers because I know that in this mod it's going to be insane. But I lost my bee. I'm feeling not good about this position that I'm in. And I'm still only getting 1 or 2 chests right now. So this is just objectively worse than my position was if I'd stayed on the outside. So I'm on my way back to the outside. Go back to the middle to get this chest. And I go for the trader because I'm like, bro, I'm in 10th. I'm going to lose. I'm 100% cooked this match. I go for the witch, give myself the rarest possible unit with some punch. This guy shows up behind me. I rage up, get the Pam, heal up. Whew, really close there. And I got a squad up, but I really wanted to get those guards. If I don't start to get this leaderboard position kind of going, I'm going to be cooked when the end shows up. And I've worked my way back to the middle again, hoping this chest will respawn. And these chests are so close together, I really am trying to get a very close 3 chest rotation. But you can see here the middle is very popular for obvious reasons. This is not going to be easy to do. But I notice there's a chest in the bottom right. So I swing down that way. I take that hog I should have taken earlier. Go back toward the middle. Chest. Get the bee. Chest again. Get another bee. Swing down. Get the hive. Swing back to the right. And this should spawn back in. Get the... ooh, I went for the Dr. T. I'm not mad about it, though. In the middle at this point, not bad. I get the bee. Heal spell in. That guy was actually roasting me. Heal spell saved my life. And then I go bottom right again. Squad up. I take the medic, just trying to live now. Get another squad up. Go for the bee. Gonna need to actually get a bee here in a second. I think I might have taken another bee there. Not sure what I actually grabbed. Nope. There's another bee, though. So I will need to either get another bee or visit a hive here. About 1 minute left. If I'd been standing on that box, I would have got it and it would have refreshed. GG. Grab the BK. Tricks up my sleeve. This is the part where it's like, should you be here? Well, we rage up and I am in 2nd place now. I freaking roasted that guy. So I've had a heck of a recovery, but I'm back down to 3rd, and it's not going to last unless I do something exciting. So I'm looking for the action, roast a couple of that guy's units, swing up, I'm getting pretty cooked, back off, squat up. Pam Healfield is the jam. I made a video about this, how in, a game mod like this, where you want to be in the middle at the end, this map in particular, Pam can be pretty good. Use on the witch, take out the Inferno, pop that guy's unit. My squad gets spread, and now I'm in huge danger. Trying to find safety here. I grab a bee, kind of push that guy's squad, get a little roasted, and do a little roasting. Kind of just like losing units, taking out their units, and I think I finished 2nd. Which, considering I was in 10th, I feel like that turned out okay. All right, final game, Golden Boots. Where has this left us, by the way, with should you rush the middle at the end or not? I think if you're outside of the top 5 and you think you have no hope of being in the top 5, rushing middle can only go one way. Better than how you're doing. I mean, sure, you might get busted, but if you're outside of the top 5, you're outside of the top 5, right? But if you were far out of top 5, you had no hope of getting back in, then maybe you rush the middle, something magical happens, you never know, and you get back in the fight and get a top position. The other time where I think it makes a lot of sense to rush the middle is if you have a trick up your sleeve. Super Rage is one of those tricks that's insanely powerful. And lastly, there are certain game mods and maps where rushing middle is super advantageous at the end of the match. When I say rushing middle, I mean if you were on the outside of the map, deciding to very strategically move in at just the right moment to bust somebody's squad, third party a fight that's inevitably happening toward the end of the match, to do something super exciting. Now in this match, I'm using an economy squad. So should this squad show up in the middle at the end? Probably not, but let's see where I end up piloting this thing, okay? So I'm farming up a bunch of carrots. It's put me in first. I don't really need to go to the middle right now. I've got a pretty decent rotation. And I even go and I crab the Dr. T. I want that crab to be kind of guarding my 6, maybe. We'll see how that works out. But now I've got a Jesse as well, which is really good. So I take the hog. I've got Jesse, I've got hog, I've got Mavis, I've got Schrader, I've got a Mortis putting stuff in my squad. I decide, you know what? I can make a little cameo, a little appearance in the middle. That guy was harvesting my carrots, so I kind of pushed him out of there, but I think he got most of the value. We squad up here. I go for another Jesse instead of going for the Leon. Kind of debatable. I'd really like to fuse that Jesse if I can. And I still have 2 minutes left. So I've pushed fully into the middle at this point, and I'm kind of like, you know what? I can't believe I popped one of his units. I need to get back to a side. So I went back to the side that I knew I had been to before, which generally is a good plan. I push onto this guy, thought I would get that log, but I didn't. Thought I would get those boots, but I didn't. And somehow the boss went and charged the other way from where I expected, and nobody took it. So I fuse on the hog here. And you could argue, like, bro, golden boots. So people have said golden boots don't draft chicken. I actually think chicken's outstanding in this game mod. If you haven't picked up all the golden boots, you'll be very happy to have gotten chicken. One fused chicken plus some amount of gold boot picking up is perfect. But the hog is your insurance in case you somehow lose out on golden boots, which is what just happened to me. Now, that guy raged up, so I kind of get out of there, but I'm not fully out of there. I'm kind of testing the waters, and I did that in part to drop off the crab, which I did. We get a bunch of gems here from that. Seems good. I took Optimus Prime. You could definitely argue Battle Healer could be better. And now we take out this boss. Get the gems. I'm in first. Now I'm in second. This is really close. Dancing with first and second here. I'm back in first place. I need to get just a little bit more value. And in a match like this where it's really close, I think it's not terrible to push into the center. I try to get some of those gems from the gem mine. Now I think I just am going to rotate out and get some coins if I can. I'm in second place. I got to push back in and get value. If I'm going to get first, I got to cook. Ooh. I busted a couple units from his squad. The primes kept me healthy, and it put me into first place by 9 gems. So in summary, be in the end if your mod calls for it, if you urgently need more to get the placement you want, or if you kind of have nothing to lose because you're already getting wrecked. Only thing that can happen is you're still wrecked, you're still outside of top 10, but in a best case, maybe you find a crazy good situation. And if you have a trick up your sleeve, that is the best time to push in the middle. And if you're on top of the leaderboard already and nobody is close, that is a terrible time to go middle. Do not do that. Of course, this video was really all about what happens at the end of the match. This other video I made is more about what happens at the start of the match. And I feel like the advice there is still pretty good, but maybe I should do a new version of it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments of that video about what you should ultimately pick first at the very start of your match.